Hello, Archons. It's Brobnar89 back with another groundbreaking discovery here on Cull the Weak. Let's hop right in and see what we have. Alrighty, it is Lady Nameless Jeeves. Okay, Lady Nameless Jeeves. Oh, looks like a little queen in a dress, a little cartoony with the kind of oval eyes there. I like it. Logos, Star Alliance, and Dinos. Neat. Little house combination there. Some efficiency with Logos, some house cheating with the Star Alliance, and then Dinos are nice to have house cheating because they're generally good to play on the board. Although maybe I'm thinking of Star Alliance or of Worlds Collide and not so much of Dark Tidings. We'll see how it turns out in this one. Archivist is the first card. When you archive the Archivist, archive it face up. When the Archivist is in your archives, instead of picking up all of your archives, you may choose to pick up any number of cards in your archives. 3 power. Let's hope to see a lot of archiving. Eureka, well, that'll do. That's some archiving for you. Alpha, play, gain 2, archive 2 random cards. Very strong card. Flea the Researcher is a 1 power elusive creature. After a creature is played adjacent to Flea, draw a card. Forgive or Forget, choose 1, archive 2 cards of different types from your discard pile, or purge up to 2 cards from each discard pile. Very strong. I like that with the Archivist here. You could, get it out of the discard pile. That's great. Edai 4x4, more archiving. All right, this is looking good so far. Play, archive a card. Your opponent's keys cost +1 for each card in your archives. Do I have a viable Archivist deck here? That would be amazing. What I'd really like to see is some hydrocoagulators. That would be really, really good. Because we have some specific archiving cards to put away the Archivist. Do we have just massive archiving? I think it's not backup plan, but whatever the one is that lets you archive a card for each from the top of your deck for each creature your opponent has in excess of you. That would be really good too. Final Analysis, destroy each creature. Each player draws a card for each creature they controlled that was destroyed this way. Fun little board wipe. Infomorph, bringing 2 draw enhancements into the deck, a 4 power creature. Phase Shift, you may play a non-logos card this turn. Science, for the remainder of the turn after you play another action card, gain 1. Static Charge, this creature gains at the start of your turn, deal 2 damage to each of this creature's neighbors. Submersive Principle with 2 draw pips on it. Each player loses 1. If the tide is high, each player loses half their amber instead. Really good to see that. Scaling amber control. Theory or Conjecture, choose 1, archive the top 2 cards of your deck, or play the top card of your deck. Very good. Okay, so we do have some archiving in here. Not necessarily the big mass archiving I was looking for, but I think it will do. We've got Theory or Conjecture is 2, Edai 1, Forgive or Forget 2, so that's 5, 6, 7 off of Eureka. So 7 archiving cards plus the Archivist. That's pretty good, especially if you want to archive something like Submersive Principle to put it away for the right moment. So you can mix what's in your archive and it doesn't have to be super inefficient when you pull it. So we have Science, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 action cards that potentially could go with Science. Not bad. And one of them is a Phase Shift, so that could potentially let us use an action card in a different house. Moving on to Dinos, starting off with the City, State, Interstate. Each friendly creature captures 1. Great little tempo card. Carpe Venum, exalt 2 enemy creatures. Very good. Consul Primus got a enhancement, or it brings a capture enhancement into your deck. Move 1 amber from a creature to another creature. Very good with the City, State, Interstate. And Courtesan Octavia, 5 power, 1 armor, capture 2 with an action. Crushing Charge, destroy each creature with power 4 or lower, gain a chain, a second one of those. Not too excited about that in this deck. So far we have one creature that's more than 5 power. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Magister Vita, 5 power, play Reap. You may exalt a friendly non-siren creature if you do Reap with it. Medicus Lacus, 5 power. While the tide is high, you may spend Amber on friendly creatures as if it were in your pool. Hopefully we have a key cheat that can let us use that. Ostracize, lose 1 if you do purge a creature. Undagnathus, while the tide is low, Undagnathus deals no damage when fighting. Second Undagnathus. Venator Altum, 7 power, 2 armor. After Venator Altum is dealt damage, if the tide is low, exalt Venator Altum. Okay, interesting lineup in Dinos here. We do have the big capture card with City State. That's going to help slow down. Consul Primus can get some amber moved around here. Vita for a little bit of house cheating, but nothing too amazing that's going to happen there in Logos. Maybe we'll see something in Star Alliance that can do that. Lots of great reap abilities in Star Alliance. Lacus without a key cheat is a little underwhelming, but it does force your opponent to take the tide. We don't have any tide control so far, so yeah, that's a bit of a problem. No tide control so far. All right, on to Star Alliance. United Action is an alpha card. For the remainder of the turn, you may play cards from any house for which you have cards in play. You cannot use cards. So Dinos, it'd be pretty easy to get that off because these creatures are going to be sticking around. They're hard to deal with. I think this still counts as under your control if you play it on opponent. So that could work. We have a few creatures in Logos, but not a ton. So it might be a little bit tricky to get that to fire. Lay of the Land is an action with a Amber Pip on it. This one's got a capture. Play, look at the top 3 cards of your deck and put them back in any order, and then you get to draw a card. Stunner, this creature gains Fight Reap. You may stun a creature. A second Stunner. Biome Discovery. If the tide is high, you may look at the top 2 cards of your deck and discard one of them. Otherwise, raise the tide. Diplomat Agung. For the remainder, play Fight Reap. For the remainder of the turn, a friendly creature belongs to the house of your choice in addition to its other 2 houses. That is a very strong choice for Venator Alta. Lieutenant Valmart. Play Fight Reap. If the tide is high, keys cost +3 during your opponent's next turn. Shield You Later may be played as an upgrade. With the text, this creature gains +2 armor. Technobabble. Stun a creature and each of its neighbors that shares a house with it. Second Technobabble. Unity or Discard. Discord. Use a friendly non-Star Alliance creature or return up to 2 friendly creatures and each upgrade attached to them to their owner's hand. A second one of those. Okay, so Unity or Discord could work pretty good with stunners. That could be nice. A lot of actions in here. So if you have stuff down, the United Action could be pretty strong. And with the Archivist, it's possible to set up a pretty good action-heavy turn with the United Action here. Actually, that could be pretty neat to see. Yeah, so decent house cheating with Diplomat. It looks like an interesting deck. Let's count the pips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. None in Dinos. 7, 8. Not a huge number of pips in here. Really quite low. We do have a few things like the Carpe Venum that'll put amber onto your opponent's creatures, so you slowly get that amber. Unity or Discord, I think, has a pretty decent chance of being able to get you some extra bonus amber by way of Stunner or Reaping with another creature. Yeah. This looks like it's not a super strong deck, but you might be able to make some fun, neat little house cheating plays happen or archive plays happen, especially with the Archivist. All right. That's the amber count. Let's look at the creature count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 creatures. Very few creatures. And with our low amber pip count, it might be hard to generate enough amber. We're looking at board control. We've got some stunning things here, 2. We've got some more stunning things here, 4. These 3 can fight. Ostracize, 5. Crushing Charge, 6, 7. Although we probably can't play it because of our creature composition in the deck. Final Analysis, 8. Yeah. So with our low creature count, I don't know, like maybe the Crushing Charges are better than I'm giving them credit for here because you just don't have that many creatures. And so you can just mess with your opponent's board, and Final Analysis is very tricky to use. So okay board control, but not going to be super duper strong here. Yeah. Amber control. Let's see what we've got. Valmart, 1. Very strong amber control. We have some capture. 3, 4, 5. 5 cards that do amber control, but some pretty good ones, right? City, State, Interstate with Submersive Principle. Like you could City, State, Interstate, and then on your next turn, Final Analysis, blow everything up. They get the amber back. Then you hit him with Effervescent or with Submersive Principle. So some potential there, but it's a little bit wonky. With the archiving, it might make it a little easier to set that up. If we look at the tide control here, do we have anything that does tide control? Biome Discovery. We have 1. Yeah, that's it. So this looks like a fun deck to try to get some of the neat little tricks to pull off, like your Archivist with all those archiving cards. It could be pretty fun. Or the United Action, but United Action is a little bit tricky because you don't have any like artifacts that'll stick around for sure, just some creatures. So, but again, with all the archiving, well, not a ton of archiving, but a decent amount of archiving in the Archivist, you might be able to set that up. So I'm definitely going to want to try this one out and see. It seems like a very unique and interesting deck, if not necessarily the most powerful. This has been another groundbreaking discovery with Brobnar89 here on Cull the Weak, and I will catch you next time.